Feel it sinking in. Lonely faces say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibitions. I'll show you again. You've been lost and alone in the city lights, I know.
Nobody has it easy. Everybody has issues. Life happens. You never know what people are going through. So pause before you start mocking, judging, and criticizing others. Everybody is fighting their own war. Don't be one of their bullets. Hello my friends, welcome back to Epoxy Me That. This channel is a roller coaster of DIY projects, resin experiments, and questionable crafting decisions, all wrapped in a sticky, shiny layer of epoxy goodness. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe, hit that bell. Things might get messy, but they'll always be fun. And today is Collaboration Day, and we are coasting through the week making coasters on Wednesdays. And this is a collaboration between Resin Me Up, Marvelous Artsy, and myself. And others have joined, and they always continue to join each week. So if you would like to join, then please do. We would love to have you. You can just get in touch with Mary over at Resin Me Up, Marva over at Marvelous Artsy, or myself. And you can get on in on the fun every Wednesday, creating coasters any kind of way that you want. You don't have to make it just for drinks. You can make a coaster any way that you would like. And share your artistic creations with all of us. Would love to see it and would love to have you. Today I'm going to be using these two molds as my coasters. They're thick, and I'm going to show you why they need to be thick. Because we're also going to be using these molds right here. Now this is a recommended video by one of my subscribers. She wanted to see how I made these. So I told her, sure, I do not mind that at all. I was just trying to find the perfect spot to fit the video in, and I think it fits well right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this coaster mold here, and we're going to create this and create this, pop them out, and then we have our castings. Then we're going to attach the coaster to this casting, and then it's going to be a wall hanging that you can put your candle on, or any type of figurine. And we're going to have one for each side of the wall, you know, like little wall sconces. So it's going to be one for each side of the wall. And then you could put like a picture in between them or whatever you would like. But they turn out so beautiful. And for the color, I picked a, I like to do these a certain way. You don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I like to do it. I'm going to be using my Ranger Alcohol Pearl ink, and it's tranquil in color. This is my favorite alcohol pearl ink, and it's tranquil, and I'm almost out of it. I think we have enough to do this creation here, and then yeah, I'll be out of it. Then we're going to be using these Crystal Iris glitter flakes, and then we're going to let that cure, and then we're going to back it with black, and it's really going to make our colors pop. You'll be able to have little spaces in between the alcohol ink where it's going to see through into the black. The black is going to peek back through, enabling us to let our Crystal Iris glitter flakes pop. It's going to be stunning. Okay, let's get started. I have my resin here, and I separated it out into 4 cups because when I put it in my Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine, I didn't want it to spill over the cup. So I have 4 different cups here. And I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. And that's a 1-to-1, meaning it has a part A and a part B. Part A is your resin, part B is your hardener. So now I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol into my mold. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to spritz some in this mold. Then go ahead and pour over here. And I'm just going to scrape my cup out. And then get another cup. Go ahead and scrape this one out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and spritz some in these molds. I'm going to put a little bit of resin in those. Now we're going to get our alcohol ink here. And before we start dropping our inks, we're going to go ahead and put in some of these flakes here. I need to mix up a little bit more of the resin so we can pour a little bit more on here after we drop the inks. Man, I need to get some different tweezers. Okay, now I'm just going to take my heat gun and I'm going to run it through and pop any surface bubbles before we start dropping the inks. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol, pop those surface bubbles. And then we're going to go ahead and drop some ink in. Okay, I'll stop there. Now we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of our resin on top of this. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more ink to certain places. I'm going to add 2 drops there, a couple more drops in this one. Maybe 2 in this one. A few more over here. Okay, and then I'm going to stop there. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and run it back through again. Okay, now I'm going to spritz a little bit more of the alcohol on top there. And then we're going to let this go ahead and set for about 4 hours. And then we're going to come back and throw our black on the back. So I'll see you later. Here's some of my rocks I thought I would share with you all. My husband's grandmother's father made jewelry when he was alive. And he would go all around the world and buy rocks and collect rocks. And I was told by someone that was walking by my house one day a few years ago. I had some sitting around my fountain and in my fountain. And he stopped, seeing me outside, and said that I have a lot of rocks that are worth money. And he said, would you like me to show you the ones? And I told him no, because my daughters will be getting these one day, and I sure don't want them fighting over them. So I would rather not know. But I thought these were so beautiful, and these are just some of the ones that I picked out. I have a lot more around my house, but I just wanted to share some of these with you all. Look at the top of that one, the crystals. Can you see the crystals in there? Isn't that beautiful? It's a little wet from the ground. And then there's this one, so pretty. But they break these rocks open and use them for jewelry and different things. That kind of looks like pink Himalayan or something. I don't even know if that's a real rock name. I just made that up. Just what to come off, just was what was on the top of my head. And then here's some little small ones I brought out to show you all. And good Lord, these are not, this is not even half of the rocks that I have. I just want to share some of them with y'all, because I'm sure I probably have some rock lovers that are a part of my channel. I love rocks. I do. And I've also painted a few, not of these, but I've painted a few rocks, and I place them, hide them all around my town, just for little happy things for people to find. And I also found one time from a lady, or a man, I don't know, from Florida. Yeah, it was hidden at the pump. Would y'all like to see my sweet Paco's grave? Look at his butterfly. Just a flying around his frog. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Now I had to reorder his headstone because it wasn't what I wanted. So we still have that wooden cross up there until I get his headstone in. And I need to get him some new lights. These right here, I got these off of Amazon and they quit working. So I'm going to order some more, but I'm going to get some different ones because those didn't last very long and I was so bummed out about it. There's his name on that little chihuahua right there. And that's me right there. Always right next to him. Always. I'm not finished with it, you guys. But this is a start. And it's taken me a year and a few months to get to this point. So, time heals all wounds. That's a fact. I didn't believe that at first, but it's true. And some of us grieve longer than others, and in different ways. But it's going to be beautiful when I finish. All right, well, I'll see you all later. We are ready to go ahead and pour our second step in here. And I have my resin mixed up already. And then I'm going to be using my Mod Podge black alcohol ink to color our resin. This is my favorite black and alcohol ink. And I'm just going to put probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 drops. Let's see where that gets us. Yep, that's perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol into the mold. And we're going to go ahead and pour. Okay, now I'm going to move over to this one. I'm going to stop right there. Spritz a little alcohol into that mold. Go ahead and pour in there. Stop there. Alright, now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol into this mold. And hopefully I have enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. Yep, there we go. I didn't want it real black. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun. We're going to pop any of the surface bubbles. Now I'm going to spritz some alcohol, pop those surface bubbles. And now I'm going to take this tool right here, silicone tip tool, and I'm going to run it on the edges on the inside because there are some bubbles there. And I'm going to scoot them on out. Are y'all ready to demold our pieces and then do our last step? Let's see what we got. I've never used this color combination before, so, and I always wanted to do it and see what it would turn out like. So let's see what we got. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is beautiful, my friends. Just beautiful. I love that. It's got that smoky wisp look to it. It's just stunning. Okay, let's get our other one out. I could have poured probably a little teeny bit on there, but I didn't want to do that because I thought would probably just dome the back of them. Got a little bit of an overpour there. And I'm going to put these in my shop, so if anyone's interested, that's where you will find these pieces at. And there's that one. Turned out really pretty. I love how I didn't put the complete black in there. You know, I left it kind of like a see-through black. And it turned out gorgeous that way. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to take these outside and I'm going to let you look at them so you can see the see-through that I'm talking about. I don't think y'all can see through it in the camera like I can. Okay, now let's get our other pieces out and see how they turned out. And I didn't pour these all the way to the top. I left a little bit. You can. I have done that many times before making these, but I thought this was thick enough. There's no way this is going to, oh, these are beautiful, you guys. These are gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous. I am loving this. But these are thick enough to where they will not bend on there. We're going to throw a dome on the top of here, and then we're going to lay this on there and resin that onto that. Like that. And then it has the hole up top here where you can hang them on the wall. But let's see here. I'm probably going to have to dome these before I put them together. Because if I don't, then I can't get to the back to dome it unless I hang it off of my table like that. Okay, let's get the other one out while I think. And there's the other one, the last one. They're so beautiful. I love them. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pieces right here. I think these are the my favorite out of all that I've made like this. And I've made a bunch of these. I've sold every one of them that I made. I didn't have any of them that I kept. I sold them all. And one of my subscribers, Tammy, hey Tammy, she wanted to see how I created these because she purchased the last one that I had this past Christmas that went by. And she really liked it. So this video was for you, Tammy, to show you how I made these. Yeah, I won't be able to finish these in this video because I'm going to, I have to clean up my edges on this. dome the back here, dome the top. There's still some work left to be done on these. And then on this one, some of my mylar flake was sticking up right there. You see it? So I'm just going to take these little snippers here, snip that off, right like that. And now it's gone. And I'm just going to clean up my edges and dome the back. And I'll place one of my name tags right on the back. I'll probably put it somewhere up, well, probably about right there. They're holographic. So I still have that to do. And I will show these finished in another video. And they will be in my shop when I get finished with them if anyone's interested in purchasing them and giving them a new home. They are beautiful, so beautiful. But if you would like to make some of these yourself and give it a go, then I would love to see how yours turn out. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you on Monday. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.